Hi, Scott.
Hey, so
How
nice to see you.
wonderful to see you. The last
Maybe
time we met, we had lunch at the Ritz.
I know. I don't think we'll be doing that for a while.
It was
Should I?
delicious.
I'm gonna try these and see if it's better. Okay, perfect.
Where are you, Scott?
So I am in Knowlton. I am in our almost finished renovated country house, which we bought in November. The house that we had, which had been featured in Canadian House and Home and on your TV as well, we had for 10 years. And we found this house that we became so in love with, which started with someone approaching us and seeing if we were interested in selling the house in Victoria. And first we said no. And then I had heard about this house and we came to visit it. And it's like, I don't know, stepping into another time. It's like it's like a country house in Normandy, France. And it's situated in such a beautiful lot on a hill. We see the entire Lac Brome from it. So we agreed to go ahead with this project.
Well, I have a secret. Just
What?
before you joined me,
Uh-huh.
Sherry, our producer, showed me a picture of the exterior of your house.
Yeah, isn't it
Okay,
something?
all right, like we're talking a castle on a lake somewhere in Europe. I mean,
I know.
extraordinary.
Yeah, I know.
Show
And
us.
what's that?
Show me.
Show you. Okay,
Please,
so
please.
we had some issues before, so let's just see if make sure that we're getting. So, are you seeing now
I'm
when I walk
seeing a
around?
beautiful, it's almost like a tray ceiling, but super tray.
Yeah,
Big.
and look how amazing it is with
Oh
that
yeah.
fixture.
What's the fixture called again, please?
So it's called AIM. It's by
Yes.
Plus,
Yes, by Floss. Fantastic.
and so the thing that we added was this room has an amazing view. You see
Oh,
this 10-foot high by 10-foot wide
those
window?
must be new windows.
They are. There was actually a wall here. There was a window on either side.
Yep.
So you can see, are you sort of seeing the
Oh my
view
God,
of the
that's
lake?
beautiful. It's like a painting. It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
And then the builder or the person who had commissioned this house had bought these doors from the 1800s from Austria.
Oh,
And so these openings were actually designed to accommodate these doors. And then on either side of the fireplace, we have similar doors, if you can see
I can
them.
see that you've made them into
And
cabinets.
so, yes, so what I'm doing actually, they used to have like chicken wire in them, but I'm changing those to mirrors so I can have things next to the dining room.
Good plan.
So then where there was a bay window, this is going to be the dining room. So my beautiful peacock blue velvet chairs have arrived, and they're going to be accompanied by a big black oak table, very contemporary. And then you can sort of see into the garden and the pool, which of course hasn't been opened up yet. So,
Oh my, this is an estate. You bought an estate. You're a country squire.
17 acres, that's it. These light fixtures were actually in the hallway with these beautiful lion heads.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
So I had them redone with a large shade. So again, like, was taking something that's been in the house and keeping it there.
And the edging in black is a big trend too.
So welcome to the kitchen. You can see the ceilings again, that's original.
Mm-hmm.
So the cabinetry.
Oh, you really are in the middle of it.
The original,
I love it.
the original cabinetry, but the island will be black oak and very modern. So
Very nice.
these are some of the little surprises here. Is this little wall here?
Mm-hmm.
It becomes a pantry.
Mm.
Now it's not set up with my china and styled and everything, but let me tell you, this
Brilliant.
microwave and little toaster oven I've been living with.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Because now
Isn't
you
it?
don't have to see the modern appliances in the country kitchen. They're all
That's it. And don't forget a vault for your silver.
Of course, especially in your estate.
Exactly.
Definitely.
So we changed the floor, and I did a terrazzo floor, beautiful black and white terrazzo
Is
floor.
that difficult to do, Scott?
No, it was actually it comes in large tiles. It's from Sion.
Okay. I love getting the sources. That's my thing. See ya.
And then the countertops are going to be in Via Latea, and the
Yep.
backsplash is in this marble, and that's
Very
the black
nice.
oak of the island. So you're the first person to see this
Oh,
house.
I feel privileged.
So these are the doors that go out to the terrace.
Look at that terrace. Oh,
I know. So my husband's been busy with planting boxwood. He's got an inspiration from Worth Gardens. Isn't that beautiful?
wow.
And
It's
see,
fantastic.
he's been over here building his little.
Oh, can we talk for a minute about black and white? About what is it about you love so much?
I just love the contrast.
Mm-hmm.
And I just find that when you add anything to that, like one color, I just find it sort of pops.
Right. It's timeless,
You know?
for sure. So tell me, what black are you in your kitchen?
I'm using a black from Benjamin Moore,
Mm-hmm.
and it's called Black.
Okay. I know that one.
It was such a difficult decision to make.
It's probably a bit of an off black. It can't be jet black.
Yeah, it's kind of like, because there is jet black, and I just found that this is really, you know how black is either a blue black or a brown black.
Yeah.
So this is definitely a blue black.
Okay.
And it just works so well. And you know, like with these peacock blues, and I'll show you the hallway afterwards with a black and white floor. And then we're doing these ottomans in this, my little samples here. I'm doing these octagonal ottomans in this beautiful gold fabric. So that's why I think the black and white is going to work so well, is because everything is just, you know, it just creates this beautiful contrast. And the white that I'm using is the same white, I think, in all of our houses, which is OC17, Dove White.
I love Dove White.
It just has a touch of gray, but it's still kind of warm at the same time.
Isn't it funny how we find these whites and we can't give them up? We keep going back to them because they suit our sensibility.
Well, you know, years ago when I first started working in design, Pratt & Lambert was one of the companies that was really high-end paint. And I used to use this color 1426. And it's so funny because I had a client who called me. She goes, "You're never going to remember this, but you did my house about 20 years ago, and I just love the white." And I said, 1426. But of course, they don't make that anymore. She thought, "Oh my God, you're so brilliant. Remember that." I said, "Well, that's for about 10 years. That was my white." But Dove White is really. What's that?
We got a letter from a reader, and she said, "I can't stand it anymore. White is white. I can't stand hearing you go on and on and on about what white to use." She said, "It's ridiculous." She said,
"That's crazy."
I mean, she just thought we were all insane. But in fact, something like 80% of all paint sold in Canada is white, or some version of white.
Well, do you know, was it Elsie DeWolf who said, she said, "I believe in optimism and lots of white paint."
Me too. That's beautiful.
Should I show you the hallway floor, since
please show us everything?
Addicted to black.
Show us everything you want to show us.
Well, you know what? You know what's fun is, like, in another 2 weeks it'll be so finished, and I was sort of thinking, oh, I should do this from Montreal, and I thought, nah, they've all seen that place. So I said, you know, let's do it from this house. It's not finished, but you know, this is my reality right now.
Tidbits.
And I have to show you the fireplace.
It's tidbits, Scott.
Yeah,
and then when it's finished and you don't Instagram it, we'll be shooting it for House and Home.
Yeah, look at that gorgeous fireplace.
Was that original?
Yes, but I painted it I toyed with keeping the finish, but it was just too red. And because I'm putting this beautiful antique mirror on top of it, it had to look a bit more edgy for the mirror, or it would just look too, you know what I mean, too antique-y or typical. So that was my way of doing it. So the hallway.
Oh, it's a real black and white floor. Like
It is a real.
Wow. And is that marble?
Yes. So what I did was I had granite leathered, so it has that texture to it. And then this is a Carrara marble. I didn't want it pure white. I wanted a little bit of gray in it.
So you have a black, it looks like Nero. It looks like a Nero honed.
Yes.
Leathered. Okay. And for our viewers, leathered makes your floor tile feel like leather underfoot, and it's fantastic.
That's it. You might be able to see the texture a little bit.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So the other thing is when you come in the front door, are you still hearing me?
Perfectly.
When you come in the front door, you look up at the ceiling, and that's what you see.
The lantern.
And look at this ceiling. It goes up to about 20 feet.
Beautiful.
And so on the wall, the wall of this rotunda is going to be this mural from Elitis. Can you see that?
Yes.
See, it's like, it looks almost like rolling hills.
Yes, murals are very big now, aren't they?
Yeah, so this whole mural is being made. This is the finish. And the whole, they've actually making it in panels, so it fits the room perfectly.
Fantastic.
Now, you know, when you're in the country and you haven't received all of your things and spring comes, you have to make your own vase.
Oh. I love it.
That's my little Gucci vase in my entrance. Even though my house is not finished, I have to have my flowers everywhere. And so there's a beautiful big portrait going on this wall. And you get a feeling of
your black walls. And this is your hall leading into your great room.
So this is the hall leading to the great room. And it's also the hallway that leads towards the bedroom.
So Scott, I have a black hall in my front. When you enter my front door, it's a black foyer. And I find what's great is when you leave the black foyer to go into the white spaces, there's a drama that happens instantly because your eyes have to adjust to the white.
Yeah.
And instantly, it's very uplifting.
And I think even the architect made the ceiling in the entrance hall much lower. So
that's
it's kind of
like,
yeah. Well, you know, when they originally designed cathedrals, right? Like when you walk in the entrance of a cathedral, it's small. And then when you go into the open space, it makes it more impressive. And that was the architects of that time trying to say that God is so impressive.
Isn't that cool?
So,
okay, this room, this for me is the money shot when I walk in.
Yeah.
It's
so this is
beautiful.
A temporary sofa. I even have a nicer one being made.
Spoiled.
And okay, but now this is how like I invented my vase. We have a temporary TV till the other one gets installed. So there's my TV. You see what my TV stand is?
Totally.
My TV stand is a painter's scaffold.
I like it. I think it's pretty cool.
I know. I love the look of it.
It has wit. It has wit.
Yeah.
Just leave it there.
I think I have to keep it.
It's very witty.
And then this opens into, this was a closet with a bedroom behind it, but I took the closet out. And this is the office den. There's my husband working at his temporary desk.
Hi, husband. Does your husband have a name?
Jean-Michel. This is
Hi,
Linda.
Jean-Michel. Nice to meet you.
So I made him a desk out of folding sawhorses and a piece of marble left over from the bathroom.
Very nice.
And right now, the other hallway that goes up to the guest room, the painter's there painting. Sorry.
Oh, I like that. Murphy Brown.
Yeah, exactly.
Living with your painter.
I kind of feel that way. He brings us fish when he goes fishing.
Beautiful, beautiful windows and doors. Beautiful. I'll bet the original ones that were there had a lot of little mullions.
Yes.
And they
You're right.
interrupted the view more. This is much more
That's right.
expansive. Yeah.
And just remember that the biggest window that's there didn't exist. That was a solid wall. There was the two windows on either side, and that was a wall. She had a sofa and a painting.
You know, I think in those days, heating and air conditioning was not as good. And you're on a lake.
Right.
And they were hesitant to have too much glazing because otherwise it would be freezing in winter.
There's one other special little charming thing is that behind the pool, built into the mountain, there's this little grotto house that's like the pool house and opens towards the pool, has two little bedrooms and a bathroom. There's a skylight that goes up through the ground. And it's kind of funny. We're going to sort of do it almost, I think, like a feeling like a little cave in Mykonos or something like that, like just sort of just white and fresh. Anyway, so there's lots of things to do in this house. I think my joke last week is that there's no more Holt Renfrew, but there is the hardware store, which I've been to 2 or 3 times a day. Sometimes someone will be here doing something like, oh, I need a screw. I'm like, I'll go. It's like my chance to actually interact and see people. I grew up with a father who was a real do-it-yourself kind of guy. I mean, my father loved going to Canadian Tire. So our home hardware store, our general store here in Knowlton is a wonderful place and everyone goes there. So you go in and they have doing all the COVID things and you wash your hands and you wear your mask and everything. So I'm standing there and, you know, this woman is talking to the guy at the paint thing and they're talking about which color is which and so finally, I ended up doing this whole lecture on gray and whether you should go colder gray or warmer gray and how cool colors recede and warm colors advance. And I basically had this whole little collection of people around me at the hardware store while I gave a little lesson on color. So that's some of the, that's a new part of my volunteer outreach.
Bravo.
So appearing at a home hardware near you.
It's Scott Yetman.
Exactly.
Scott,
yeah,
we have to resume our lunches in Montreal when we're allowed.
Yes,
we're allowed to, and we have to resume our tours of your work, but most especially your country house, so that we can shoot it.
Thank you.
We are so lucky to be able to confine ourselves in these beautiful homes with lots of space, and to have our work, which keeps us sane.
Yeah, it's true. And the other thing that's been very nice is how many emails I've received from clients who said, you know, we love our house, but our lives are so busy. We actually never really spend that much time in it. And we just want to tell you that our home is giving us so much pleasure. Oh. It's like, that's, I mean, you know, it's just so wonderful to hear. It's really wonderful to hear. You know, that's the best thing about designing homes for people. Yeah. You really get to help give them comfort as well.
Yes. And to hear that is the ultimate. It's the best reward for you.
Absolutely.
Well, listen, this has been great, and I could talk.
Oh, so nice to see you. I know.
Forever.
I know. Well, you know, if the Ritz doesn't reopen soon enough, then you can have dinner on the terrace here.
Excellent.
Lots of love.
Lots of love to you,
Big hug.
Scott. Big hug.
Take care.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.